Hello, long time no see. I only resurface on YouTube when there's a Lisa Eldridge release because I haven't been excited for makeup in a long time, but whenever she releases something, I know it's going to be amazing. I was so excited for the release of a few new shades of velvet lipsticks, some lip glosses, and then there were also some lip pencils. I love that she brings out really interesting, beautiful colors that you don't always see everywhere. And I love that she is inspired by, history and vintage colors. Realistically, as we're in Melbourne, we're still wearing masks everywhere. Lip glosses can still be quite tricky to wear under a mask. So I still much prefer a matte lipstick. So I didn't pick up any of the glosses. I only picked up the 4 new lipsticks as well as a couple of lip pencils. So yeah, this is gonna be a quick short video just showing you a comparison of the shades in case you were interested in seeing what they look like on someone that looks like me. Yes. Let's go lightest to darkest. So I'm gonna do Velvet Intrigue, and this shade is a pinky nude. It's not a shade that I thought would look good on me. So that's without any lip pencil. And I do think it doesn't really go with the makeup. It is kind of a neutralish pink, but it is quite light. I mean, I have sort of light medium skin, and so I don't think this shade necessarily looks the best on me. I think if I had a fair skin, I think this would look quite nice. For me, I prefer Fawn actually as my nude. It's a tad bit darker, so I will compare them for you both and you can see what they look like next to each other. Now I'm gonna try the lipstick with a liner underneath. So this is the shade Affair. This is actually one of my favorite colors. And then I'm going to put the lipstick on. That's with the lip pencil on. This one was a lipstick that was inspired from that type of pink that women wore in the 60s. So I actually do prefer with the lip pencil underneath. I feel like it's just that tad bit deeper, which I think looks a little bit more flattering. This one surprised me. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. I feel like this shade would look really great with some browns and, kind of dusty pinks, if you kind of like those kind of shades. But yeah, this one surprised me. I thought that this would not work for me at all, but I do think it does. What do you guys think? Have you guys picked up this shade? Next shade we're gonna do is Velvet Petal. For me, this pink is definitely not one I have in my collection. For me, pinks are kind of a new discovery for me because I, in the past, never used to wear a lot of pinks. And if it was pink, it would be like a shocking pink, but nothing like light like this. But there's something about this pink that I do like. It's kind of a creamy strawberry milk type of pink. And I actually quite like it. Although it is on the light side, it sort of has enough saturation for me to kind of get on board with it. I think this is pretty, and I think it will work well with more pinks that I have in my wardrobe now. Like I said, it's a color that I used to steer away from, but as I'm embracing it more and more, I'm liking it. The next shade is Blush Lightly. The reason why she created this shade is because people really loved Velvet Blush, and it's kind of a deeper berry. This one's slightly lighter. So this one was a shade that was requested and Lisa Eldridge created it. Velvet Blush is definitely not one of the shades that I gravitated towards the most from her previous launch. For me, Affair was one of the winners and I loved Dragon, but Velvet Blush was supposed to be one of the most popular shades. So she created one that was slightly lighter. So let's try that one on. I don't usually go for berries. I like that it is a bit lighter and it's a bit muted because sometimes I do find that berries are slightly too cool toned for me and they can kind of wash me out a little bit. And I don't think this one really does. I think this one is a little bit more daytime appropriate and a bit more wearable. I will actually do a comparison again of Blush versus Blush Lightly side by side so you can see what both of them look like together. So you can see just looking at the bullets that there is a difference in depth. And for my liking, I do prefer something that is a little bit lighter because it's something that I'm probably more likely to gravitate towards during the daytime, or else maybe Blush would be something I would more likely wear at night. I feel like the lighter one is more palatable to me, but that's just personal preference. For me, berry shades are just not my absolute favorite. Lastly, we have the shade Velvet Cinnebar, and this is actually the shade that was the most attractive to me and appealing to me because it looks like a red that is totally up my alley, a bricky, rich red that's inspired by Chinese pottery. The colors in my color palette are very much like kind of warm reds. I was very, very excited about this one. In the bullet, it's beautiful. And my sister also bought this too. Seeing it on her versus me, it looks different. It looks different between different people. And I like it on her too. She is olive, or else I am warm toned. Let's stop the gushing and let me try it on for you. I mean, how gorgeous is this red? It's rich and warm, but slightly muted, which is really a kind of red that I like to wear during the day for work. It's not too crazy bright. Dragon is definitely a red that is eye-catching, and it's so in your face red, and there are times when I love that, but sometimes I want something a slightly more muted, and at the same time it's still rich and warm and just beautiful. So I absolutely love Cinnebar. For me, this is the standout shade of the entire collection, and I love it. I did actually pick up some of the lip liners because I feel like these days my lips kind of, the outline is becoming a little more vague. So I just feel like I might need to, you know, touch up some of the edges. So I'm gonna do that now. I also love that these lip liners are a tad deeper than the actual lipsticks, because most of the time when you are lining your lips, you're doing it on the outline, and there is something quite flattering of having a slightly, ever so slightly deeper line on the outside. Just makes your lips look a little bit more full. So I love that. And I know that Lisa Eldridge does line her lips, and she does it after lipsticks, but of course you can put it on underneath, which tends to, you know, make the lipstick last a little bit longer. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and let me know if you picked up any of these shades. What were your favorites, or what will you be picking up if you didn't manage to get anything this time around? Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.